It's probably the absolute worst space I could think of. I mean, Skinner Plaza is completely chock full of memorials and monuments. We have memorials to people who have done significant contributions to Guam. We have memorials to people who have died defending Guam. We have memorials to people from Guam who have died defending the United States. It's going to ruin the skyline. It's going to ruin the view lines. It's going to ruin the open space. And as you know, Agana is a low-lying area, and Skinner Plaza is and the other open areas are one of our protections against any severe flooding in the area.
Tenota Partners General Manager Mike Israel is referring to GovGuam's plans to build the Guam Museum at the Skinner's Plaza in Hagåtña. During the Camacho administration, the plans were all set to build the Guam Museum in Agana Heights at Fort Apugan along the cliff line overlooking the island's capital. However, on May 1st, Governor Eddie Calvo sent a letter to Vice Speaker B.J. Cruz essentially requesting that the Guam Museum be instead constructed on Skinner's Plaza. Guam Museum Foundation Chairman Monty Mesa.
One of the things that was noted at the Fort Apugan location, there were some concerns from the Historic Preservation Trust, and that was one of the concerns that were addressed. Secondly, of course, during the Camacho Cruz administration, that was what they were visualizing and envisioned for the museum to be in place. Well, today we have a new administration, and now that the money has been identified, a re-evaluation of what the vision of Governor Calvo and Lieutenant Governor Tenorio is looking at revitalizing Hagåtña and really having a catalyst and a centerpiece to jumpstart this revitalization.
However, people like Israel don't believe that Skinner's Plaza is the right place for the museum.
It's one of the few areas in Agana that's actually open. It's a few open spaces, and there's a nice vista line from basically the Plaza España across Skinner Plaza, eventually to the Ocean Boat Basin.
Mesa, on the other hand, says the museum will be designed as a three-story building, which will use up less space.
We're only looking at 30% of the Skinner's Plaza to be used for the museum itself. So the green space will still be there. It's part of the design.
The plans are to place the museum on the end closest to the Hagåtña Cathedral. The entire plaza is used for various family-friendly functions throughout the year, like the annual Christmas tree lighting ceremony and parade.
And on top of everything else, caught my attention the last go-around was they're not even planning to put parking in. It sounds like a typical GovGuam project where they come in and they ruin the whole area and they put a lot of stress on the local community.
Mesa says they're looking at putting in more diagonal parking spaces, which would allow them to fit up to 100 more cars than are currently allowed there today.
I think that the design for the museum itself will be iconic, and it'll be a centerpiece for the Hagåtña capital and a catalyst for the revitalization of Hagåtña itself.